Good evening and welcome to all. Pamela and I are delighted to see so many relatives and good friends, in many cases after a very long time, and in some cases coming from far away, like our cousin Martin Aufhauser, who especially flew in from San Francisco. I would also like to introduce my son Benny and his wife Smadal, who came here from Jerusalem. Benny, get up. As well as our niece, Barbara Steinberger, the daughter of my late sister, Erika. Barbara is with the University of Hartford, Connecticut, and she has arranged for a similar presentation over there. She's in public relations. I also take pleasure in introducing our cousin and co-host, Keith Aufhauser. Keith, sorry. Keith is the member of the Harvard Club who made this evening possible at this venue. Thank you, Keith, for a wonderful venue, wonderful idea. And Ruth isn't here, is she? Also welcome to our relatives on Pamela's side. There are some here. And a special welcome to the Consul General of Israel, Mr. Ido Aroni.
Yeah.
We're also happy to see some of our friends from FIAPCI, the International Real Estate Federation, to which we belonged for many years and where we met many good friends. And friends of Anglo-Saxon real estate, welcome to one or two friends from our hometown of Bamberg, and friends we met in Ecuador. To all of you, we say in Hebrew, Bruchim Habayim. I see there's some more coming in now. And Pamela and I thank you very much for joining us this evening. Please come in and take a seat. It is my pleasure and privilege to invite Ms. Karen Franklin to open this book launch. Karen is the former director of the Family Research Program at the Leo Baeck Institute, which is known to all of you. She's the past president of the International Association of Jewish Genealogical Societies, past chair of the Council of American Jewish Museums, and guest curator at the Museum of Jewish Heritage here in New York, among many other prestigious positions. Mrs. Karen Franklin.
It is an extraordinary honor and privilege for me to be here this weekend. Werner told me I had just an hour, so I hope that's okay. What brings me here, what brings us all here, is not only an interest in a tome, but a love and respect for the author and his beautiful wife. As some of you may know, Werner and Pamela and I connected about 30 years ago when I was researching my family history. Our friendship has continued and we cherish it. 3 years ago, my son Andrew proposed to his fiancée Cheryl in Jerusalem. Werner and Pamela were the first of my family to celebrate with us, welcoming us into their home and into their garden for a warm reception. And I had known about the publication of We Were Europeans for some months. I first saw a copy of the book at the home of Arthur Obermeyer, and I was absolutely captivated. I could not put it down, and I want to tell you a story of why. A few weeks ago, my son Andrew called me on the telephone, and he complained. He said, "You know, Mom, I'm like the cobbler's kid." I said, you're like what? And he said, "I am like the cobbler's kid." He said, "You do all the research on our family, and you've never written it down." I said, "I don't think you mean the cobbler's kid. I think you mean the shoemaker's children. But I was guilty as charged. And then I thought about Werner, and I thought, his kids are not cobbler's kids, and they're not even shoemaker's children. And he has made all of us not shoemaker's children, not only for our own personal history, but for the larger history of the Jewish people, and particularly for the history of Israel. He's documented in extraordinary detail landscapes and panoramas of 20th century Jewish life spanning the globe. Even if you are not intricately tied as a personal relation, he has left a legacy that touches you. Issues include encounters with noteworthy individuals, building of organizations that are not documented anywhere else, including the Obermeyer Award, the building of Nayot, and Reform Judaism in Israel. Dozens of traditions and institutions are described because this life story is so very rich. He even describes the Jewish community in synagogue in Panama, which many of you know is where he was stationed when he was a public relations officer in the United States military. For me, the breadth of information came with a jolt and a smile. I spent 2 years working as a curator on an exhibition about the Morgenthau family, and there are several sections on Henry Morgenthau in the book. I was delighted. Brief as it may be, the details about Henry Morgenthau were very, very well put in context. Now, I had read so many descriptions of Henry Morgenthau that were so poorly slanted. And I wondered, and then I did work on the Lehman family. And sure enough, the issues about the Lehmans were also properly put in context. And I was saying to myself, how is it that Werner got it all right? And I figured it out in 2 ways. I said, first of all, he's so much older than I am. And second of all, he knew these people. And what I admire most about the work is the love relationship, the charming, charming passion between Werner and Pamela. I marvel at this. I was captivated by the story of their wedding at the King David Hotel, the first to take place after the Second World War in 1956. It was also the first to be filmed, and I am told in the book that if you stay in the hotel today, you can watch it in your room. I was also told that your stay will be courtesy of Werner and Pamela. That was not confirmed. I also admire the extraordinary spirit that pervades this story. Werner's legacy, what he's left his kids, and what he's left us all, is not only a documentation of a childhood of culture, German Jewry, but a story of a man who reinvented himself at every turn, from his many, many homes: Germany, England, Ecuador, United States, Panama, Israel, Guatemala. Did I forget him? They all show the wonderful ways in which one person who knows who he is and loves his family brings that inner strength to bear in his relationships with people, his business acumen, his integrity to build a life and a family that is very worthy of recording. Thank you for not making us all cobbler's kids. Thank you, Werner.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you very much, Karen.